Oh, I got them on, bro. Hey, welcome. Welcome everybody to a place of Chevrolet. Welcome everybody to a fresh Chevrolet. Trying to do so many things at once. Not easy, folks. Not easy. Yeah. Whatever. What is that? The guy came in early. Give him a break. Hello? Am I live? I'm assuming I'm live. But I'm trying to save that for a video I'm uploading. Welcome, folks. Oh, that's crazy. That's nuts, people. NBT. He's nuts. He's NBTS nuts. Grab him. So you can hear that, huh? Preview. And it. That's crazy. Trying to do too many things at once, people. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? I get crazy. Crazy like that. Free lessons. Eyeputt mirror. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Whatever. I'm trying my best. Why did that go off? I don't understand. Makes no sense. How did they turn off the thing? Are you kidding me? Ah, that's funny, man. I want to be notified. Why does it say upcoming? I don't know, folks. The LIV deal, TV deal with the CW. That's a channel I used to be on back in the day. If you can still hear me. So I don't know what to do about that thing. So that's a comeback video. So the knee is acting up. I gotta take care of this thing. It's not good. Yeah, shit. So anyone out there, say hello, people. Hello. Yeah, I started early. That's what we do. We start early. Whatever. Got the juice, the water. Oh, my fantasy league too, guys. So my fantasy golf league, we're up to 11 players, which is cool. You're all welcome to join. I'm gonna pin that in the thing. I think we have 10 players. I'm not sure how many we have. 11 players. Invite others. I used to say it, don't say it. Okay. Copy to that. Anyone here? Hey, welcome. Thank you. I'm trying to clip a thing to the top of the chat. If you're interested in that fantasy golf league we're doing on the PGA Tour app, but I figured it's easier on my phone to do it, but I can't get the dang thing, people. Back to America, the tournament is this week, so that's a good thing, right? Back to America. All right, so that should pin it there, and then I can go over here and change that, right? It's a free, fun league. If you want to get in on it, just do it. If you don't, then don't. Not a big deal. But I appreciate it if y'all are here, fantasy golf. Excuse me, it's free. Get you something to do. I'm good, my friend. 47 degrees here. Which is nice. As they say where I come from, right? Which is nice. But it's like, people don't get it. People don't get it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The people are piling in, which I appreciate on a fine Wednesday at 47 degrees here in Boston, Massachusetts, home of the hugging pile of whatever that is they unveiled the other day. That is not my fault. It's not my thing. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I've seen some crazy pictures about it. It looks wacky. It looks wacky. But we gotta get my friends in here, man. I don't know where everybody's gone to. I don't know, Scooter. Where's my girl? What did I have over here? PJ Dillon. More sports. Not easy being sleazy and or breezy. Fashizi. Where's my other thing at? Hold on a sec. Scooter, I don't even know where that is. Crazy, man. You crazy, man. Happy birthday, TJ. That's great. I'm here, folks. I'm here. Just trying to find my new thing. Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza. Oh, it ain't easy being sleazy. Oh, there we go. Put that on. There we go, Scooter. All right, he's back. Okay, sorry about that. Just getting organized, man. I'm unorganized. Always got something going on. Cats, dogs, people, kids. Just madness. Welcome, 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 welcome. Who's out there? Say hello, people. What tournament is this week for the golfers? We have the American Express tournament. We got the mirror. Amazing mirror, folks. Amazing. You got to get it. I wish I could have it like back there. Oh, I get those pictures. That would be good. If I could put that picture up there and have the show is sponsored by the Eyeputt mirror. I call it the Eyeputt because you put your eyes in it. Online lessons are going well. We're going to be soon doing outdoor lessons. All types of cool stuff. So, but you don't get a lot of what is that turtle? Can I put my own videos on here? I can, right? Why can't I? Ah, shit. Come on, everybody, to a street of Sesame, my channel. The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. Alright, let's find video. Who shall we do today? Titleist Hayats. Indoor putting hack. Let's go with my indoor thing. Oh, wait, I got to put that over there, right? I do. I got to put that over there to share that screen, correct? I do. There we go. I'm already screwed up. Let's put that into that. Shouldn't that morph into that, though? I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, what's up, Scooter? That she's live. I love it. I'm trying to put the video on the screen. Settings, present. But it's all gonna get screwed up. See, then you put their name up there, and then you say, "Hey, what's up?" Thank you. How do I get this? The computer is so slow. It should have been already happening. You know, like I'm trying to put a video on. Oh, that's me over there. I don't want to hear that now. How do I stop it? Oh my god. Well, you can hear it, people, but you can't see it yet. Oh, now see everything stopping. Oh boy. Present. It's always something. It's always something. All right. You see, you try to get fancy, man. Fancy pants. The Scooter girl is welcome, everybody. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to put a video on here. Give me a second. It'll pop up in a minute. What is that? How do I make that bigger? Here we go. Oh, right there. There we go. So that's my little putting thing. So you see the laser line? Y'all can hear me or no? So that laser line, that's my mirror, my putting mirror that I invented, right? And that laser line. So outdoors, I use a chalk line. You snap a line 6 feet, whatever. You practice 6, 3, 2 footers, whatever. You get starting the ball on line, blah blah blah. Indoors, you can't snap a chalk line. Maybe you could, I guess, but you use that laser thing that I got at Home Depot, and you put that. I put it on a Titleist box, and I'm putting this. I'm putting obviously down the target line. I use my Eyeputt mirror that keeps your head centered, makes your stroking delicious, and all that. It's just awesome, you know. It's just an awesome thing. You know what I mean? That laser right there, boom, you keep it on the line, and you just one after another, after another, after another, after another. You just keep putting until it's just easy. You know what I mean? So that's my setup, and it works. I have a little station. Just go boom, boom, boom. So now when I go play, it's just automatic. You know what I mean? I mean, it's bad about as I am and all that. I can still putt. So you want a routine where if I have a 3 foot putt, doesn't matter if it's for a 10 or a 2. Still a 3 foot putt. That way, lower your scores. So as good as I can hit the ball, if I can't putt, forget it. So that's how I invented this little sucker to help the average player and myself. So I don't move all over the place anyways, but it does help me stay still. And it just forces me to react to the target. You know what I mean? So, uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm back, baby. It's a good thing. So certain training games are good. You know, you want to swing faster and quicker. You know, all these new inventions out, the stack system, super speed golf. I don't have them. I always hit the ball plenty far enough when I played because of the stuff that I did with those sticks from Home Depot, and I'm sure there are better stuff to use, but not everybody can afford them. And at some point, maybe I do need to get one of those, or they'll send me one to try, and I can promote them and do ads for them once I get a bigger channel going on. But not everybody can. That's why I do this for life because can't afford them. People can't afford them, so I want people to. I mean, I still need to pay the bills. This is my job, teaching golf, playing golf's my career. I haven't played in a while because I hurt my knee and whatever, but that's what you got to do. You want to be a good player. You got to work at it. You got to do it. You got to be disciplined. A lot of people aren't disciplined. They just think it's going to happen. You know. So if you think just taking a golf lesson is going to help you, it will. I mean, I'll get you better instantly. You'll be better ball striker. You understand it more. But then you got to keep doing it, and you got to live it like it's a way of life to write it down, or on my online lessons, obviously you have the video you can look at, and I email you and text you everything you got to work on, and that helps you remember it. And that's why having a coach in your pocket is crucial to always know what I got to do. Oh, geez, make sure you're doing this. Make sure you're doing that. I just see people struggling for years. Trying to take lessons on Twitter. It blows my mind. You can't. I mean, I can text you something on Twitter, I guess, but you need to talk to a human being. You need to watch them and go. So if you send me your video and you need to do a certain drill, I'm going to send you a video of me with whatever your problem is doing those drills to help you. Say, hey, here, Joe. Joe, do this drill 20 times. Joe, good job, Joe. Thank you, both. A 5-minute video. Then you send me a video back of your swing. All right, Joe, do this fit drill. Boom, or I'll call you, or we'll be on here. It's crucial. All the money people spend to golf, country clubs, 10, 15 grand. Golf clubs, 10 grand. Clothes, time, traffic, but they won't learn how to play. And again, I charged a lot when I gave private lessons at the range, at the country clubs. I did, but it's so much inexpensive. I'm not gonna say cheap because it's not cheap. It's worth it. It's a huge deal to be in my stable of players that now that I'm back playing and going through it and getting in shape again and trying to do all the right things. It's I love it. I'm psyched. Got a supporting family, wife, everybody's on board. It's awesome. That's who I am. That's what I do, and that's what makes me smile in life. Besides my beautiful family and all that, of course, that's number one. But individually, I don't want to work at the mall. I want to give golf lessons and play golf, and I do pretty good at it. Everywhere I've gone, I've always had a book full of golf lessons. Now I get the whole world to deal with on social media here. People just got to find out about it and listen to me for an hour on a golf lesson, and you'll be hooked because I know my shit, and you'll be better in 5 minutes without going through all that crazy shit. Roll your ankle, left that. I tell you, I watch the Twitter and I want to blow my brains out. I want to blow my brains out because it's and you got amateur golfers. A guy trying to break 90 for the first time. Oh my god, I can have him break 90 in a week, literally in 1 week, break 90, no problem. If he's shooting 200, no, of course not. But you know what I mean. If he's shooting 95, 97, 98, 101, 1 week, no problem. 10 days at the max. All depends on what they put into it. But stuff's not that hard. It's not that hard. But and I get it. You want free help too, which I do give free help. Tons of free help. I have no problem helping you. And what people pay me, they always get way more than what they paid me for. I'm invested in your game. We're gonna go play golf. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna watch it together. In your game, it's so much more fun, people, when you play better. Trust me. So much more fun. Boom. The hardest thing for me when I play golf is what outfit I am going to wear that day. What colored shirt or hat. The rest of it's easy. Just make enough putts. Not every day's perfect, of course not. But you get my drift. I don't have to worry about, oh my God, what am I going to do today? Now, top level's a little different. Top level's a little different. That's a little harder. Playing for millions is harder. But just going out with my kid or you, I shoot nothing, no problem. And we're learning that other stuff. I'm going to be working with guys, mental training coaches. So when I start doing my live interview shows, we're going to have pros on here and mental trainers and physical trainers. And I'm trying to find the right people that are in that, amateur golfers, and talk to just regular Joe Schmo, what he's going through and how he got better, guys that I give lessons to, what he did to get better, and help get rid of some of these myths. I won't use names, but a certain person texted me this thing the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? No, no, he doesn't know though, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault, but he doesn't know. There's an easier way, and that's why, by getting someone like me in your stable or part of my stable is, I've cut through all the bullshit, all the crap that you dug through to get to the glory land. I know what. Again, I'm still learning too, but I know the fast ways to get rid of certain things, you know, and that's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this to help people, more people, faster, less expensive. It's just awesome. Me hurting my knee was a blessing to be able to do this. I couldn't go to the driving range. I couldn't move, and that's when I started doing this. And this is growing like madness. Like, I'm not gonna say I can't keep up. I can, but it's going pretty damn good. People all over the place, all over the world. So yeah, trying to learn on Twitter and Facebook for whatever this is called, YouTube. Yeah, all my drills. Watch my drills. You'll get better with that, but it doesn't. You still need more than that. So anyone, anything they want to ask me or talk about while you got me here. So you got my little speech under your belt. What do you want to talk about? The LIV Golf getting a TV deal. I don't know if that's 100%. Now that I'm talking about my knee, it's starting to kill me again. I'll go to the Twitters. The Twitter files has the. That's the way to get the latest updates on pretty much anything in the world. The Twitter thing. People go right to that because you can't just watch the news. But I might be able to find something on LIV Golf if they come up with something in the last hour or two that I haven't looked at it. 36 temporary lock. Well, LIV Patrick Harry on watching LIV. I did watch one round last year when DJ Holden, great putt to win. I enjoyed the flipping back and forth. I thought that was fabulous. LIV shows everyone. I like that. That's why LIV has gone to the smaller fields. All right, that's nice to say by Patrick Harrington. Wow. It's pretty cool. Why bust the balls of these your contemporaries, your people? You know what I mean? So I don't know. You don't buy a bag like that. Yeah. Zero putts given. I'm sorry for the incoming bomb. Yeah, I don't see anything different on the TV thing, but oh boy. So yeah, I just don't know where everybody went. All my old buddies. Scooter girl, you still there? Say hi. I can make you a moderator. Oh shit, I took your name off. Oh, another one's gone. Everybody's leaving me. Why isn't this over there? Oh, there it is. Da, 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 da. I don't know, man. I don't know, baby. I don't know. Those people just in and out. They said hi, then they leave. That's weird. I guess you pop in, see what's happening. Say hi. Hit that like button and all that stuff. I don't even ask that anymore. It's crazy. 3 likes. We need more than 3 likes. Stream health. Connections. Awesome. But if they get a TV deal, I mean, I don't even know what the CW is, to be honest, but keep the YouTube thing too, I guess. But I guess you can't if they're gonna do it double shot, you know. So if they work with the CW channel, probably YouTube can't be done. I don't know. That's a good question. Why is my leg starting to hurt? I'm not happy about this. Not happy about my leg starting to hurt. You know. Yeah, I had to stop it and start over. The computer was broken again. But I don't know. But as far as me playing again, yeah. So it's been a while since I played pro tournament. 2 years, probably 2.5 years. Bad knee, bad health. Just let myself go to shit. And now I'm working on it. Got the waters going, got the exercise going, putting, practicing every day, swinging the club, working back slowly because I'm so freaking out of shape. And my knee is tender. After I don't even know why I didn't really do much today, but my knee is tender. But I will be back. I'm in the senior champions division league, so I will be trying those champions events and senior opens and senior PGAs and senior British opens and all those. But I got a long way to go, people. Long way. But I am so out of shape, it's going to be faster to get into shape, or at least get like that than that. I'm so bad, but I'm working at it, and that's why I'm documenting it on my channel with my comeback on what I'm doing and keeping myself accountable. So I made a video, well, two videos, but one for like March 1st, where I think I should be, or what I was on the day that I made the video, and I'm pushing it to March 1st, so it'll come out March 1st. It's already out there, but you can't get it till March 1st. So that's on my mind. So you can't just I'm gonna have this bowl of ice cream, or I'm gonna not exercise today, or I'm not gonna putt today, because March 1st I have an accountability thing. If I'm not within range of what I think I should be, or same as I was that day I made that video, that's bad. You know. And I'm still making other videos to how to help you all. Again, that's not going away. I'm still trying to help you all play. That's part of this too, is showing you that it can be done, and you got to grind and you got to work at it to get back there. As far as away from I was from pro golf, that's hopefully inspiring other people to do it. So my channel is about helping you all in the masses as I get better too. So that's why I'm making that comeback and doing all this stuff, sacrificing to come back and hopefully play in the senior open or win a tournament or whatever. you know. So it's hard. So I get it, what it takes to practice and be good, people. I understand it. You know, I did it. I mean, I know what it's like to not want to practice one day. But you got to do it. You got to get back in that habit of go outside and swing that speed stick 10 times, 20 times. It takes literally 12 seconds, right? Go hit 10 3-footers every day or more, obviously 100, but if you want it bad enough, and it's fun. There's nothing like doing something fun too. You know what I mean? Like practice for me, practicing is fun, and training is fun, and hitting putts is fun because it makes me play better, and that's important to me to play better. You know, but it's not like I'm digging ditches or I'm the nothing against the people that dig ditches and trash men. Those are hard jobs, but golf isn't. So I gotta go. Oh geez, I gotta go practice golf. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's easy. Or oh, I gotta go. I don't like to work out. I'm not a workout guy. I'm not that, or I'm not that guy. But I need to play better golf. But I also need to too for my family when I'm older that I can be able to play with my grandkids and stuff too. So good thing there, right? So I got to get healthier, and I want to be healthier. But what's better than golf? What could you do with your? When I played with my dad when he was 70, I couldn't go play street hockey with my father. I couldn't go shoot hoops with him. Yeah, I guess I could, but it's not going to work out. We could go play golf, get a cart, drive around, have lunch together. Go to the range. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Spending time with your family golfing. Not everybody's going to make it money doing it, but you don't have to. Just go out there and hit it. But the challenge of learning to hit the ball and train to hit the ball properly is so fun. When I show someone they're swinging this weird way, and I show them, oh, do that. Like, oh man, why didn't nobody tell me that? And they're like, their eyes light up. It's like, whoa, I love that. I love it that you helping people enjoy a game that they spend hours upon hours playing and money buying gloves and balls and carts, and and they don't learn how to play. It's like driving your car. Don't you learn to drive your car before you get a car? In most cases, you got to learn to drive it. Then you go buy the car. You don't throw Jeff Gordon into the Formula One car if you don't know how to drive it. Teach him how to drive it. Then you buy it. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But I'm still on my water. But it's not that hard to play well or hit the ball in front of you. It's really not that hard. Oh, I love Aaron's a good dude. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Mando. I appreciate it, buddy. Mondo, my eyes are bad, Mondo. I love him. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the closed stance, to be honest. Are you talking about hitting balls or putting? Hit more fairways and greens. Obviously, great putter. Obviously, a closed stance. Not a big fan of it, but maybe he has a health issue or something else going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, good dude. Love watching him. Um, yeah, yeah. If I can ever help you with anything, let me know, my friend. Hitting, yeah. I'm not a big fan of the closed stance because it's a you know ideally a lower body starting the golf swing. So if you're closed, it slows it down. So if your hips are aiming to the right, let's say he's a right-handed player, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a fan of it. Just it unless he's too quick with his lower body, it'll slow him down. You know what I mean? So ideally, so you want your lower body to go first. So if you looked at a picture of say Justin Thomas at impact, right? His hips are turned to the target as he's hitting it or before he's hitting it. But if they're already turned the other way away from the target, he has further to go, if that makes any sense. I'll have to look into that more, my friend, and I certainly will. But I'm not, especially for the average player. Now, pros are different. He may be doing that to prevent something else. but the average golfer, no, because it creates an over-the-top swing. Because in your mind, you're aiming to the right of the target. So closed stance, your feet are to the right, right? So if you're aiming to the right, you have a tendency to swing back to the left, which is not what you want either. You always want to be hitting from that inside. But I'll look into that more for sure. I didn't see why he changed or what anything on that yet, to be honest with you. I've been focusing on this LIV thing with their TV deal, but I will check on Bads. Bads is a good dude. He was like 18 or 19, right, when he won like the Australian Open and Australian PGA 2 weeks in a row or something. Yeah, good dude, real good dude. Great question. Who else do you like to watch? But yeah, the closed stances, I don't like it. It just promotes that over the top motion with your hands. Again, that doesn't mean every guy does it every time. You know that, right? This is a not a majority, but you know what I mean. There's always exceptions to the rule. JC Sneed. Oh, great, my friend. That's awesome. Yeah, JC Sneed. I love watching the old guys. So I got to spend a lot of time with Lee Trevino, Greg Norman, a little bit with Jack Nicklaus. I caddied for him maybe 4 or 5 times. Back when I was younger, 20, up and coming pro, and I happened to live near I lived on Jupiter Island, it's called. Uh, it's in Florida, north of West Palm Beach. I'll live down there now. Tiger lives there, blah, blah, blah. Trevino had a home there, and he'd come up to the club, and Norman lived there as well. And I just got to spend time with these guys. And I just loved, they didn't really work on their swing as much as they worked on hitting the ball better, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? They didn't worry about aesthetics. They worried about shaping shots, and that's why they all look different, right? So if you went and looked at J.C. Snead swing, Sam Seed, Nicholas Trevino, uh, Nancy Lopez, Ray Floyd, Chichi Rodriguez, right? They're all different, but because they didn't have all this technology we have now, they didn't. They just worried about hitting from A to B. So they all figured out the way for them to do it. It wasn't just a cookie cutter mold like it is now, where they're all trying to do the same thing. It has evolved, but I still kind of coach that way from Trevino helping me big time. Because I think the way he played golf is the way everybody should play golf. You aim left or open, and you hit it from the inside and either push it back to the center, or you aim a little to the right and release it back. That's your draw. So you're always hitting it from the inside. You either hold on the face to fade it, obviously you aim differently, or you hit from the inside and you release it, which curves it back. So there's your fade and your draw. Same swing path. I don't like having two swing paths to hit it different ways. It's just too hard, I think. And the average golfer should hit, again, the average golfer should hit a push cut, what I call, on every swing. Check out some of my videos; they'll tell you more about that too. But it's not that hard to get the ball in the fairway and near the green. It's not. I don't care who you are, you know. So that's I learned a lot from those older guys, man. I did Tom. I don't know Tom Watson, but I watched him play a lot. Olin Brown, spent a lot of time with him. Don Bees, this guy's name was. Some other guys, George Burns. I don't know if you heard of him. Spent a lot of time with these guys, and learned a lot. Learned a lot, learned a lot. Greg Norman was a big help for me. How to how to think when you're playing, and they didn't think of positions. They didn't. They just played. They played towards the target, not behind it. You know what I mean? They always said, "I don't hit it with my backswing." Yeah, he was all right though. I mean, that's not everybody's an angel in um, has that personality that Trevino had. Trevino was so smooth, and he loved to talk and all. JC's again, I met him a couple times. I don't really know him, so I can't talk to that. Exactly. They played golf, Mondo. You know what I mean? They played golf. They didn't worry about their swing. And too many people are so worried about their damn swing that they're forgetting to play golf. And I see it on Twitter. So obviously I'm trying to grow my business. Obviously it makes sense. So I'm on Twitter. I'm on all these accounts, and I'm watching amateur golfers talk about certain things. And I'm losing my mind. I'm like, what are you doing? You're a 22 handicapper. The last thing you should be thinking about is your ankle roll. You know what I mean? That's like, I never thought of that in my life ever. That's a result of something else, you know? And I want to go on there and say something, but I don't want to be a douche either, you know? But you're trying to help people. And they're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And certain people are doing it over and over. And I just don't listen. And I don't block them, but I unfollow them because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to say something stupid. But they're making it harder than it is. That's the problem. They're making it so much harder than it is. And they're trying to make this perfect golf swing that doesn't exist. Yeah, that threw him off. And there are parts of that motion that are good, but you gotta there's something to remember for everybody, right? Now back in the day, you know who Corey Pavin is, you know who Ian Baker Finch is. Now these are just the ones that everybody knows. David Duval, a lot of guys won major championships, won tournaments, and then changed their game and their swing to get better somehow. To because Tiger was there, who knows why, and they all got in the shit, right? They got to the PGA Tour with a certain way, won tournaments, and then decided to change it, right? And bad, same thing with bad. And I'm not saying stack and tilt is bad, but he didn't start doing it. He got there without it. It's hard to change that instinct at that level. Now Tiger did it, different animal, different animal, but he didn't change it that dramatically. It was in reason. But I mean, one year I made more money than David Duval. He won like $3 grand one year. Ian Baker Finch, British Open, right in the toilet. Corey Pavin, U.S. Open, right in the toilet. They try to get better. They try to change it. Why change it? Make more putts. Get tighter. Don't change it. So many guys do it. It's like that's why you look at little Ricky Fowler. I love Ricky Fowler. Good dude. He was so good. His swing was flat and laid off. Remember? Oh, everybody's getting on him. Your swing's flat and laid off, and you hear this. You can't not hear it either. So in his defense, so then you try to change it. Not that Ricky Fowler won a major, but he was pretty damn good. And then he goes and changes it. Now he can't do it. You know, but it's here's a problem too. So when you're a pro golfer, you've got all day long to practice, right? And people come by, they chirp in your ear, "Hey, try this, try that. Did you try this? Did you try that?" And you're having a bad year, and you want to get better, so you do try something different. You know, it's not easy to just say fuck it, like Jim Furyk, right? Picture Jim Furyk on the driving range. He comes to Joe Blow for a golf lesson, right? Joe Blow watch him take a couple practice swings. Joe Blow Golf Pro, first thing he's going to do is freak out. Oh my God, you're going to take it inside. You're going to do this, right? So that's why anytime someone comes for a lesson with me, I have him hit balls and I watch him. And I ask him questions. Where's the ball going? What do you shoot for scores? What's your bad shot? I don't automatically just rehaul their swing as in Jim Furyk or Ray Floyd or Lee Trevino. You can't. You can't take that natural ability away from people. And that's why when Bads went to the stack and tilt, he did. And again, this is nothing against stack and tilt. But he went away from his natural athletic instincts that made him a great player to something foreign. Doesn't mean it's bad, but it's different. Okay? That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but you have a natural ability. Same thing with my swing. I do a little lift. You'll see it here soon when I start swinging. I go up a smidge, right? Like Kenny Perry does the same thing, goes up a little bit. If I stop doing that, I hit it sideways. I make a perfect backswing, so-called perfect backswing. I hit it sideways. Can't break 100. Well, I can't. You know what I mean? My swing. Can't change it. That's what I do. Now, if I was going way up and hitting shitty shots, then I have a problem. But they aren't bad shots. So you can't look at. That's why I don't like to video people too much and show them because they see something that's so called not right, but they can still hit the ball, right? And they, oh, well, look at my elbow. Well, don't worry about your elbow. You're hitting the ball fine. It's hard to stop that because now with the phones, they all have cameras and apps on them. I'm at the local driving range, right, bashing balls, and I see the girlfriend's got the camera. They're looking at every swing, and I just go, oh, God. Now they're back to playing golf swing, not golf. They're worried about their damn swing instead of where they're going, right? When you're driving your car, are you looking in the rearview mirror looking behind you? No, you're looking where you're going. Just stay on the road and you'll be fine. But you don't look at your backswing too much. Now, again, if it's horrible, yeah, we gotta make it decent and repetitive, you know. But and that's what those guys had, Mondo, is they had that repetitive golf swing. And you can't change something that works. So make more putts, hit better sand shots, chip it closer. That's how you make better scores. You don't change your whole golf swing. That's insanity. But there are golf pros out there that want to change, have to put their mark on. Oh, I just made this guy look at his swing. That's why you see him on Twitter, right? Look at his swing, and I felt like asking everybody, well, where'd the ball go? Where'd the ball go? Yeah, Jack was. No, of course not. You can't. That's like most of them. They'll hit the ball the same. Some are a little tighter, of course, but it's making those putts, and not hitting the wrong shot at the wrong time. Of course, management stuff. But as far as ball striking, boom, 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 boom. I hit the ball as good as anybody. I'll take on anybody in the world in the bunker, in the sand, and driving the ball. I might not hit three. I'm older now, but I drove the ball awesome, and in the sand, that was awesome. I mean, awesome. Take on anybody in the sand. Now when it comes time to tournaments, I don't handle it as well as others did at that level. But yeah, as a club player, I'll go smoke everybody in 5 seconds. But you know what I mean? So there's more to it than than your talent at that level. It's up in here, handling just like in any sport, right? Just like in any sport. They're all good, great athletes. Techniques are great, but the brain, the noggin, handling that pressure, handling that brain from wandering is very difficult. Now it can be done, but it's very difficult. Just checking outside for a second. But yeah, um, there's so many good players out there. It's awesome, and it's a putting contest most weeks. The top players. That's a fact. That is a fact. But I love the Lee Trevino. Just watch. Well, here we're on YouTube, right? Watch Lee on this YouTube. I mean, he's talking to the crowd in the U.S. Open as he's hitting a shot, talking to the people. Hey, watch me hit this up to 2 feet. It's like, but that's who he was. That's like me. I'm a talker. If I go play in a tournament, I just can't turn into Ben Hogan and be stoic and not talk to my partner. And I can't. I need to shoot the shit with people and laugh in between shots, right? That's who I am. If I get all serious, I suck. Yeah, oh, no doubt. Well, Ice Golf was awesome. Mentally tough, man. That brain is a tough nugget to crack. Tom Watson was amazing. Johnny Miller, amazing. But they all had those different swings, right? Someone tried to fix them, you'd have never heard of them. There's probably some poor bastard out there who was a great player, and some guy tried to fix his swing, and now he works at the car wash or something. It's easy to mess people up. It's so easy to mess people up, and that's part of my job as a coach now is to not mess them up, and that's why I watch you hit balls first before I say anything. See what he's doing. See what he's capable of. Give him a questionnaire. Do you stretch? Do you work out? Oh, you don't. Okay, boom, and then you make your plan to help the guy. You can't just say, okay, hold it like this, stand here like that, do that. You know, There's certain things you got to do, of course, and that's what I only focus on my videos, the things that have to happen, drills and things like that. But if you have to have a stronger grip than this other guy, then we'll do that. We experiment with it until we find something you can handle. But you just can't make everybody swing the same. You just can't do it. It's doing him a disservice. Him and myself. But I'm very fortunate to have that eye for coaching and helping people. I'm very lucky. Very lucky to be able to do that. And I love it. I love helping people and coaching and golf. Golf's a great world to be in, this golf business. Great, great world. I was in the mortgage business a long time ago as I was just getting out of golf, getting ready to be older golf. I hated it. I made some money on it, but I hated it. I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a banker. If I could go to the bank or a fucking tie. I want to play golf, man. I want to be a golfer. We could talk here endlessly about golf. Literally, we could go 24 hours a day and not talk about the same thing. It's just a great game, Great game. Great game. But yeah, those older guys, J.C. Sneed, Sam Sneed. I caddied for Sam Sneed once, like 1987. He was playing right when they were forming the senior tour. Him and Bob Golby, Gabe Brewer. I forget the other guy in the group. But I had Sneed, and I touched his putter, and he whacked me in the hand with his shaft of his driver. Don't ever touch my putter. I'm like, what the I was like 20. I'm like, I'm your caddy. Don't ever touch my putter. He had a name for it. I forget the name of it, but one of those wooden. He putted side saddle at the time. It was a Wilson bag. I'll never forget it. He grabbed his putter and he whacked me. Not hard, but don't touch my putter. He was kind of a douche, but Jack was kind of a douche, to be honest with you. But not on purpose. He just that's the way his that's the way he came across. He wasn't a dick on purpose. I think Sneed was. Sammy Sneed. That was like 87. Yeah, 87. Gabe Brewer, Bob Golby, and but they were starting the senior tour, and one of the guys that helped do it, Stan Abrams, he's an attorney, helped them create that. He was their agent, and he was a member at the club I was at, Belmont Country Club in Boston. Stan Abrams, Bob Golby, maybe Doug Sanders, I forget. But he represented a whole bunch of those guys, and they started that senior tour. They had senior PGAs and senior opens, but they didn't have the tour until about then. I've been around, man. I've been around the block. I forgot half the shit, too. That's why this is good, bringing up the memories and stuff that I did that I totally forgot had happened, Very lucky, very lucky to know certain people and get to know some of these dudes. I never met Tom Weisskopf. I may have met him, but by accident. You know what I mean? I never really spent time with him. Johnny Miller, I have. Obviously, Jack and Shark and Trevino and Brown and Don Bees, this guy's name, and George Burns. Uh, there's more, but so one of my uncles. So my uncles were golf pros too, club pros, and one of them, other uncle who wasn't a golf pro, good golfer, worked for Carrie Middlecoff back in the day. Dr. Middlecoff. I think he's an eye doctor, right? Back in the day. So he introduced me to him. Again, I was a kid. Got to meet all these guys. Somewhere in Florida, North Florida, I think. I don't remember. It was in the 80s, 70s. But he works for Carrie Middlecoff as he was older. But it was just awesome. I'm very lucky to get the experience that I had to help my game, but also help everyone else. It's very lucky to have that. And I try to pass it on. Pass it on. But most people nowadays, like my kids, have no idea who these people are. They don't know who Carrie Middlecoff is or Tom Weisskopf. They know Ricky and Tiger. Well, they know Tiger because Tiger's Tiger, but Ricky and Spieth and Thomas and Tom Kim now, and, you know, Matsuyama. But that's okay. That's okay. It's getting there. It's growing. The game is growing. The people are growing. But I think there are too many tournaments. What do you guys think? Too many tournaments, so it's watered down. Like this Sony Open last week was the field had nobody in it. A few guys and they missed the cut. You know, too many tournaments. You got to get rid of some tournaments. Products watered down. You want the best players playing almost every week. If you have 50 tournaments, they can't. You're going to play in 25. Have 30 tournaments. Then your fields are better because they'll all mix and match. Playing in every tournament will be a good tournament. It's like going to watch the Red Sox play, right? I want to watch the starters. I don't want to watch. When I was a kid, Wade Boggs at third, Rick Burleson at shortstop, Jerry Remy at second. I don't want to see the backups play. I want to watch those guys. Or if I go to the Bruins, I want to watch Tim Thomas in goal. Well, their backup was pretty good, Tuukka Rask, but you know what I mean? I want to watch Tim Thomas in goal. If Tim Thomas is my kid's favorite player and I take him to watch the game and Tim Thomas ain't playing, I'm bullshit, right? Same thing with the golf tournaments. They only come to your town once in a while. So your tournament's coming. Your son's all excited. He's a Ricky Fowler fan. We get him to go to the tournament. Ricky Fowler's not playing. That sucks. It sucks. They can't play in every tournament, and they only play the tournaments that suit their game, the courses that suit their game, whether they fade it or draw it, or their sponsor, one of those things. But there's too many tournaments. And I'd like to have one every week as a fan, but they're still watered down. Too many golf tournaments, tour events, in my opinion. So get rid of 10 of them. Have 35 events. You got to play in 25. 25 weeks a year. That's not bad. How many weeks are there in a year? 52. You're playing golf. You're not digging ditches. We're not at war. We're playing golf. You can play in 25 tournaments. There's my friend. How are you, kid? Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, it has been. I had a health issue right around Thanksgiving Day, actually. Not Thanksgiving, Halloween. So I was out for like 2 months. I stopped doing it. I was going pretty much a lot. Another one. Holy goodness. Hello, my friend. I am doing great. Thank you. Yes. It's actually warm here in Boston, 45 degrees. I had shorts on today. It was great. Yeah, but thanks, guys. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, so before I got sick, um, I was doing good with this. This was growing a lot. My channel was growing awesome, anyways. The videos and stuff, those are growing good for me. But the live stuff was starting to get better. And then I had my health issue and I couldn't do it for a couple of months. And then I seem to have lost like a lot of people. They're just gone. I was telling that to Melissa the other day. Certain guys that I know from the golf world, I haven't seen them at all. It's weird. So I don't know if they're not getting the messages or they were unsubbed or whatever, but that's okay. I am. Thank you. I am. And I'm glad you said hello. I am feeling awesome. Tons of water. Tons of water, exercise, and stretching, all that stuff. So I'm making a little comeback in the pro golf realm this year. Obviously, I started a couple weeks ago, but we'll see how long it takes me to get back into shape and get healthy and strong again. I put on a ton of weight. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I don't think it's anything I did personally, but I just think the YouTube the YouTube is weird. So my views a day was like 30,000, 30,000, 22,000, and all of a sudden the other day it was 5,000. It just went, and I was getting 10 to 20 subs a day. The last 2 days I've got like four. It's just weird. So I think they play games with you to see if you're going to last or see if you're going to, you know what I mean, before they start really doing their job. Isn't it? Isn't it? And so it's not just me, right? I mean, my thing was like this, and then 5,000 people yesterday. I was like, what? How did that happen? How do you go from 31,000 to 5,000? Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird. It is. And I think that's what they do with the live stuff, too. If you're not doing any, they don't push it out. I'm assuming because again, why would these people all of a sudden just not? And it's not like it's three people; it's like 30 people. They weren't on all at the same time, but you know what I mean. Because I went back to my old live streams, and you can see who chatted, and I see all these people. I'm like, oh, I remember him, I remember her, I remember him. And it's like they're gone. And again, I didn't do anything to piss them off. I don't think so. You know, it's just YouTube, I guess. They're trying to see who's going to stick with it, right? Before they start paying you all this money, they want to make sure that you're going to be consistent. You're going to stay there, right? That has to be it. If you just post one video every 2 months or you don't do anything, why would they? Why would they want to monetize you and pay you money, right? Or or give you the best? They want a good product too, but you can't blame them because they're selling themselves to AT&T and Chevrolet or whoever. And if I'm sitting there going "f you, f that," blah blah blah, they're not going to do it. Or if I'm not doing it consistently, they're not going to do it, and you can't blame them. Yeah, I know you did because I remember that because I know we had. And there's no way that I can find you. It's not like Twitter where I can, or maybe you're on Twitter. I guess I could have done that, but there's no way I could just find you on YouTube. Because I remember you were on, we were talking, we had a great time and talking about the. Remember we were doing the Salem witches and all that, and then all of a sudden I was gone, I was sick, I couldn't do it, and then when I came back, I give them a few days, and it's been about 3 weeks now, a month, and I'm like, oh, but where's poor Melanie? I haven't seen her. I must have got her mad or something. I'm like, well, I didn't do nothing. We had a blast, but it's the YouTube doing it. I know it is. I know it is. So, but I obviously, yeah, I obviously appreciate you being back. And we had a ball doing that Salem witch stuff and looking on the maps to all these places. I'm going to tell you guys one thing that I watched, and I learned a lot about the world. Was this guy's name's Peter Santanello, and he went to Saudi Arabia. He went to Iraq. He went to the gangs of New York and the gangs of LA, embedded, talking to these people. It was awesome. Like the girls in Iraq or Saudi Arabia, they say they can't do this, they can't do that. They can. He has them on video driving a car, not wearing that hijab thing. They can vote. Hello? Good. Sorry, it must be the dog. But their rights are better. They have McDonald's there. They have KFC. Peter Santanello, YouTube guy, awesome stuff. If you have time, watch it. He goes all over the place. Yeah, we had a ball, Melanie. It was great. Hey, buddy. And I'm glad you're back. And yes, I was assuming I didn't piss you off. You just weren't getting the notifications because I was gone for a while. That's for sure. That's my own fault. But well, not really, but you know what I mean. And then I figured I'd come back and everybody would just come piling back and back to having fun. But yeah, so hopefully you'll keep getting those. But yeah, we had a ball of Salem witch stuff and in the trials and Daryl Brooks and so we got one up here, guys, in Boston. This one guy, he has a bride, mail order bride from Russia, somewhere like that, and she went missing on New Year's Day. Unfortunately, he Googled how do you dismember a 115 pound body on Google. How do you dispose of a 115-yard body? How do you where do you get saws to cut up bodies on his Google? So yeah, it's pretty creepy. So 2 towns over from he's probably a half hour away from me, but his mother lives the next town over, 2 towns over, pretty close. And he drove up there with her body in the bag to dispose of in the trash. So I don't think that's making national news, but it's pretty creepy. I appreciate it. I will try not to do that for sure. But yeah, no, obviously I'm glad you're back and all that. That's fun stuff. But yeah, this guy cut her up with a saw, and he Googled how do you cut up a body. It's insane to do that. He's a creepy dude. His name's Brian Walsh. I don't know if it's making national news or not, but nothing will top that Daryl Brooks stuff. I mean, that was just nuts. That was just nuts. Unforgettable, that stuff. He was just something else. Yeah, imagine that. That's what I was telling my wife. Imagine like you get in a rage, you kill someone. All right, but then you calm down the next day, and then you're gonna cut her in pieces with the saw. I mean, that is just evil shit. I couldn't. Let's just say my cat died or something, or I was mad at my cat. I couldn't even cut his arms off or legs off. You know what I mean? Never mind my wife. That's nuts. Imagine that. Oh, the trauma of that. That's gotta be nuts. Gotta be crazy. Really does. People are just whacked. People are whacked. Lots of water for TG here. Is my friend Mondo? Are you still there? I wanted to ask you where you're from and how did you find me, my friend? And obviously, I appreciate you being here. But yeah, this YouTube. I gotta shut the door. Excuse me one second. This YouTube is crazy. Yeah, YouTube, the algorithm thing is just madness. How they push you out there. But I think you have to be consistent on here to get your name out there. They'll promote you if you're consistent because they want people that are going to be active. I'm guessing. I think what do I have? 2,500 people now, which is not bad. But I've had 2,552 people for 2 days, where normally I'd get minimum 10 a day, and all of a sudden it's just stalled. But hey, could be worse, right? We could be sawing my wife's arms off. Oh, that's so gross. This is coffee. Tired. So I have been working out, losing weight. I lost 10 pounds in the like 12 days, eating better, doing swinging the club, doing all this stuff to get healthier, just for life, but also for my golf. Um, Sleeping way better. It's amazing. Cut out the fireballs. No more fireballs. I'll have a Captain and Coke on Saturdays, or once in a while have a vodka and juice or something, just for fun. But but no fireballs. Just get working it. Just trying to do the right thing and be a healthier person, and that's going to help me play better golf and get back into it. So you guys can watch me on television here, hopefully next summer. Knock on wood, things go well. But it takes discipline. But I do feel better, and sleeping. I'm sleeping better, but I'm more tired for some reason because I think I'm sleeping so good. It's hard to explain. So coffee helps me get through, so I don't go to bed at 8 o'clock. It is what, 5 o'clock? Yeah, 5 o'clock in Boston here. On a Wednesday night. Wednesday night. So 7 in the morning. Does that help for real, buddy? Nope, my phone's rolling. So what I do? Take the tennis ball and get my arms. This arm's killing me. I mean, I can swing the club going back, but trying to lift it right there kills right in there. I was thinking about getting something like that, so tennis ball will work, huh? I mean, it sucks getting old. My knees messed up, but I want to. I've been using my knuckles like that, rubbing my legs. I'm not the type that go to the gym and go to the physical trainer guy. I did that years ago, back when I was good. But now I don't want to. I just don't want to leave the house. I just do it all myself. So that's why all my videos are homemade videos. Yeah, under the scalp. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do have tennis balls and trying to stretch and tons of water. I am so far out of shape. It's disgusting. If you watch my videos on my journey back to playing again, I mean, I look like the penguin from the Batman movies back in the day. This big fucking round piece of garbage. I'm huge. I can't believe I'm that big. I was 255. That's nuts. So Saturday I was 242. So that's good. It's a progress. It's 10-ish pounds. I just round off to 10. It's probably 12. But so that was a week ago. Almost 2 weeks ago. This Saturday will be 2 weeks. I'm going to try it again. I was huge, dude. I mean, I can't believe that's me when I watched the video. I go, who is that dude? Oh, that's you. And I could feel it. And I was getting slower. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever been out of shape like I am, but it my legs just they like in mud when I'm out there swinging the club. I'm like people I used to make fun of. No offense, you know what I mean? It's like I couldn't barely swing the club, and I felt slow and tired. All right, my friend. Thank you. Always welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always welcome. Appreciate it. And but now that I've been stretching and jogging a little bit slowly because of my knee, but walking a lot and stretching and water, 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 water. I feel fat. Again, I'm still a fat lump, but I feel better. I feel, I'm trying to do the right things and get there. I got a long way to go, but hey, I can't keep going this way. I'll blow up like the Zeppelin, the balloon, the Hindenburg. You know exactly, Melissa. Exactly, no doubt. I wasn't like I'm not a workout person. I only worked out for golf when I was younger, not to look great. You know what I mean? I worked out for golf and did athletics and blah blah blah. But I just stopped. So when I hurt my knee and I stopped playing golf for a living, money, tournaments, I just stopped working out. And then my knee, I couldn't walk for 3 months, and all of a sudden, I knew I was big, right? I don't really look down, so you look at this way, right? And when I took the videos, honest to God, I was in shock, and that's when I said, "No, time out, time out." I didn't realize I was that big. I'm making a total 180, kinda. I've had a couple ginger ales here and there, type of thing. I was probably drinking a week, 40 fireballs, maybe more. No, I'm not an alcoholic. I wasn't drinking them all day. But doing this, I'd find down, thought it was funny and laughing, and I just would drink them, and I'd have some beers, and I'd eat ice cream every night, cannolis. I could eat 1,000 of those, just bacon and eggs, toast, home fries every day. Like, yeah, just go. I was so embarrassed when I posted that video, but I posted it for accountability. I want people to realize. I mean, that's not me. That's some other dude. That's not me. And people are big. I appreciate. Not everybody's, but I was never a big dude. I was always a skinny kid. I was called pencil in junior high because I was so freaking skinny. Pencil. I was a skinny dude or smaller guy my whole life, and then just stop moving and keep eating. You're gonna, and it's unhealthy too. It's unhealthy. It was a lot. It's awful. You just, I don't, just sleep till 10. Awful. Just bad way to live. It was embarrassing. It is, and I'm being honest, but to help me talk, it's boom. That's why I'm doing those videos. Follow my journey to playing better. See, and it helps me get better. What? Let me post this. Why I keep looking over there? I can post right now. What do you think? Ah, you have. Oh, awesome. Good for you. Oh, you have done the Q school? Oh, you haven't. Oh, you want the knee replacement. I see. I see. I haven't. I need it, but I'm not. I haven't either. I'm trying to deal with that myself. But does it hurt still? That's the problem. But the way they do it now, from what I understand, the people I know that have done it, you're out fast. It's not long. You got about 10 years out of it, maybe 15, right? I would. I don't know. Do you plan on going to the Q school this year? Obviously, this one was over, so that's next year. Um, it all depends, man. I don't know how old you are, so you've got to be around 52 if you've waited for 2 years. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna see about my knee too. It's I had the surgery to tighten it. Yeah, I would. I think you'd be better off doing it. Obviously, after it's going to be better, but can you stand 6 weeks not playing and all that? But the way they do it now, it's so good, you know. And people that have hips done, you'll be back out there, you know. So if you're going to go to Q school next fall, I'd try to do it as quick as you can, you know. But yeah, this getting older sucks, man. It sucks. And again, what I did for the last 2 years of not playing golf, eating and drinking, and just being a fucking a slob, I'm just embarrassed, and that's why I'm blogging it on my channel. It's my besides my golf lesson stuff to show people that I'm going to do it now. Again, assuming I'm not injured, but yeah, I'm putting 100%, 98% into it. I'm going to have a you know regular milk and shit like that. But I'm going to work my ass off otherwise, if you know what I mean. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, so I got planned. I've just been doing it kind of half-assed stuff because I don't know how to edit and all that. But doing videos of the old timers for the older people and Ricky Fowler and Justin Thomas stuff. I just don't know how to edit stuff, and just give my opinion on it. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to use a computer. That's the problem. I know the info. I just don't know how to do it. But my channel's growing fast, and at some point I could probably have someone help me do it. The editing and all that, and putting it together, which is fine. But I'm enjoying doing this, and I thank you guys. Thanks for all being here. This is great. Love the questions. Love the questions. I just love golf. I love helping people. I have that gift of helping people. It's crazy. I just can get. I don't know why. I just do. And I take it serious, and I study it 24 hours a day. It's funny. I was watching a guy on Twitter. He goes, "Oh, I have 10,000 hours in the golf business, sort of. 10,000. I got like 800,000. It's like 10,000. Literally 800,000. Probably more because it's literally all I do. And now with social media, everybody can be a so-called expert, right? Oops, not that. But they're not. They're not. I see some of these things on Twitter. People trying to work on their games. Oh my God! It's like, are you goddamn kidding? And that's what I don't like about a lot of this new technology stuff is they're trying to be too perfect with their swings. You know what I mean? You can't. You got to have your own game and your own swing and swing your swing and to some degree, obviously. But you can't. So I was talking earlier with Mondo, my friend there, about the old timers swings. They just get up, aim, and hit it. They didn't worry about their backswing. They worried about their front swing, their downswing, their front swing. They worried about where they're going, not what's behind them. You get caught up in your swing looking perfect, you're screwed. You agree with me? Yeah. You're so worried about this, right? Oh, how do I look? Well, where's the ball going? How do you get there? Yeah, you got to have a decent backswing, but you got your backswing is based on how you're trying to go forward. In my opinion, it's hard to explain it here. But if I'm trying to hit a certain shot, my backswing it'll figure it out to some degree. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to work on stuff. I'm not saying that, but my coaching and training methods are so easy and relatable to other sports because that's what the average guy that you give a lesson to. Teaching a tour pro is easy because they work on it 24 hours a day. Teaching the plumber guy who can't practice and doesn't practice or won't practice, that's hard because you give him the right information, but he's not going to do the work, then you're a shitty coach, right? And obviously, that's not the case. But yeah, but getting old is tough, man. The knees, not that we're that old, but I don't feel it. I do because I'm out of shape, but I don't. I feel 25, 40. I don't know. I don't feel old. Like I'm old. You know what I mean? I feel like now that I'm getting in better shape, I feel even better. I don't feel old. Oh, you're old. I'm not that old. And 80. My mother's 94. She's old. She's not going to be caddying for me anytime soon. But my coaching methods are simple. They're easy. I don't get in Twitter wars with Brando. He blocked me for something else. But I don't get on there. I don't go on there with these other coaches and they got a video. I don't go in there. Well, try this. Whatever they say, good for you. Who cares, right? I'm not teaching them, but the amateurs is what bothers me. These amateurs. I'm working on banking my trail foot. What'd you shoot yesterday? 96. Ah, yeah, your trail foot's the problem. Isn't it? Oh, the distance too. Now that's the big thing. And you got to work on your speed. I'm not saying you can't. But again, back to Twitter. These guys, oh, speed, 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 speed. Yeah, you got to have speed. But you also got to have a path. You do have to work on your speed. I'm not saying no, but that's not the main focus. You know, at my level and probably your guys' level, it is. I mean, I could hit the par fives and two, no problem. I had an advantage over most people, and I still do. I still knock it. Well, again, the last time I played, I knock it out there pretty good. I just always have, but I trained for it. And there's some stuff out there now, the stack system, super speed, that helps you with that. I just swing one of those snow sticks, those orange things from Home Depot. I use that orange whip thing. I just swing those as fast as I can and train it. But in my hip rotate, I work on what makes it go, and I've always hit it a long way, you know. But they're posting their swing speeds on Twitter. 118, 190 ball carrier. And again, I don't want to be a dick. Both my phones died. That's amazing. I don't want to go on there and go, well, where's the ball? Right? Oh, it's in the fucking trees. These long drivers, I mean, fuck, they do hit it far, but when they hit it straight, it's 1 out of 10. That's why they can't. They're not golf. They're not golfers. I could hit it 340 at some point if I wanted to. Right? I have to trade for it, but I wouldn't play a pro golfer. Yeah, the core is the move. Absolutely, you got to have a strong core. So back in the day, I remember this about 15 years ago. I had a Fucking dog. Who the hell is that? Sorry. I had a, is that my car? I had a health issue with my urine is dried up, whatever. And they had to take some type of X-ray of my midsection. And the doctor, like, holy shit, I was, I had a lot of muscle in there. And he goes, wow. I go, well, I work on my core all the time for my golf swing. He goes, what do you need? Your golf swing. I go, that's what makes the ball go. No, it doesn't. The doctor's telling me this. No, you want to swing this and that. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, it's definitely the core. Core, hip rotation, explosion, speed. It's not as fast as you swing your arms. Your arms will go fast based on your core and all that. How is this? Today Wednesday. Yeah, we got some cult meeting across the street every Wednesday. It drives me nuts because they park in front of my house, and my dog sits in the window and goes nuts. Some cult. I think they're torturing a baby or something. A lot of luxury pros. Whenever you go for it, rather than that one way. Yeah, exactly. Well, think about it. Siwoo Kim is a shitty putter. He's a bad putter. Good ball striker. He's like in the 20s, 30s, 40s on tour. He's won a couple times, and he's a millionaire, right? He's all set. What else does he need? He'll just eventually win one. Blah 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 blah. Eventually gonna win one. Not a bad life, right? Who was the guy that said he didn't? Joel Damon? Was it him? I don't care if I ever win. Might not be him, so I don't want to throw him under the bus. But someone like that, not Grayson. Who's the other? Murray. One of those guys said, "I don't care if I win. I'm a millionaire. I'm just playing to make money," which made me want to puke. But yeah, you still need to make money. When I was playing, there's no money. I slept in my car. Got nothing. Not many, right? 7, 8. My phone died, bro, so I can't even look it up. But I mean, he won the U.S. Open, obviously, but still, he's fun to watch. He was a good amateur. Now he's bulky, and all he cares about is pounding it. And he's making money. They live in mansions, and they got Bentleys, right? Whereas Tiger Woods wanted to kick your ass, and he'd do it for free. Jack Nicklaus, and Vijay Singh, I think, was somewhat like that. Phil Mickelson. They wanted to win. They didn't care about the money in that. They wanted to win. They knew they'd make money doing that. I think even David Duval, to some degree, until he changed his freaking swing and body to try to look better in his Nikes. But you got to want to win. How could you not? Having all that money in the bank and no worries. I used to have to worry about where I was going to sleep, how much the mortgage was. You go play a mini tour event, you'd win $1,200. It cost you $400 to play. You know what I mean? Then they had some sponsors, and I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like there was no money like it was now. It's crazy. But I mean, hitting the ball far, I've always have. I just don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I just always can move it, and that was a huge advantage. Duval was amazing, exactly. Then he changed his body. Now he stinks. I beat him in the money list one year. He made like $3,000 in 30 events, or $4,000. It was nuts. 30 events, he made $4,000. That's not good. In case you, how was I choking on it? That's supposed to be coffee. Nice coffee. But yeah, so what Bach? You're not Rick, are you? You're not my buddy Rick, I don't think. But yeah, I'm glad you're here, my friend. Thank you. Hopefully, you've been with me for a while, and you will stick with me. I love it. So I'm trying to get like an online live show. There's no golf live shows going on where like Rick Shields has a thing and he's got 2 million people. He doesn't do live where you can talk to him and ask him questions and shoot the shit and all that. So I'm trying to. Sorry, I was reading something. I'm trying to, get a conversation going where people can talk to me and ask questions about anything. but an online live, live action shows where. So in Halloween, I had the most. I didn't have hundreds. I just started doing this. Nobody knows I'm even doing it. So I'd have 20, 30 people in here, the same guys, and it was awesome. And then Halloween, I had a health issue and I stopped doing it. And those guys are gone. Like, I don't know where they are. I don't think YouTube puts the name out there or whatever. So I don't know how YouTube gets the algorithm to get the people to know who's. Do you have a channel? How many events? Oh, probably not many. 10. Quinn Ferries. I did those back in the when it was called the Hogan Tour back in the 90s, 80s, 90s. But U.S. Open one time. But uh, it's hard, man. It's hard. But I was chasing the girls and drinking, dude. I was not an alcoholic, but I'd go shoot a good round, and I'd go in and pick up the waitress or the bartender. You know what I mean? That's what I did. I fucking ruined it. Not gonna lie, that was before I was married. You know what I mean? But I just chased the girls, and I just didn't have that discipline. I just couldn't help it. And I wasn't. I'm not a good player, hungover or no sleep type of guy. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm just not. But again, I'm over 50 now, so I want to make the senior open. So I tried to qualify for the senior open. I shot 72. Um, my contacts were literally. I woke up, my contacts. I slept with my contacts in. Like double bogey the first two holes, and I almost made it in. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Um, so the senior open, I should be able to play in the senior PGA and the senior British Open. So I figured I got about 10 good years left in me, 8 or 9, all depending on how I stay in shape. So that's my goal is to show my kids. They're older, not older now, but they're teenagers and almost 20ish. To show them and just show all my people I give lessons to and coach that let's go, you can do it, or anybody that just keep working on it, whatever level you're at. You want to be the club champion, you want to win the D flight, you want to be a scratch player, you want to be a 10 handicap, and just work on the game because it's I love the game and it's awesome, and that's what I do. I can literally talk all night about this game. It's just amazing, it's a lot of fun. And tell me about your game. The senior, I don't know. I should. I did know. I did know. I don't even know where the other one is, but that's. I think they have a qualifier in the United States now, which they should because they have one for our stuff over there. So they should have a senior open qualifier in the United States. So I don't have to fly up to fucking England, but and then don't make it, then you got to come back home. But then you'll have 90,000 people trying it too, and that's the problem. That senior open, um, everybody tries. And the guys, half of them don't show up, half of them shoot 100. It's a pain in the ass. I play with the lovely wife. Want to say hi? No. Say hi. Hi. The lovely wife bringing food. She's the best. Um, yeah, so hopefully they'll have one of those over here. And I'll have to fly over there. But right now, I live in, my home is Boston, but Jupiter, Florida, normally. I hurt my leg. I've been up here for a while. I haven't been down there since last winter. My family lives up here. My kids go to school up here and stuff, so I stay up here. If I was playing, I'd go down like every. Well, I'd be down there right now for sure, but I'd usually stay up here till Christmas is over, and then I'll go down in January to probably April or May, but come back on the weekends type of thing once in a while. But right now I'm in Boston. And I just work out at home. I have weights. I got a treadmill. I got a net. It's not up, but I have a net to hit balls in. And I'm not a gym guy. I don't go to the gym. I just don't do it. I just don't like it. You know. but I'm putting, and you can still work on your game up here. It's not that difficult to do. I'm doing that because I'm eating something. You don't want to watch me eat. Um, but you can work on your game anywhere. You really can. And I'm so far out of tournament shape and playing shape, so it doesn't matter where I am doing it. Once I get back in shape and hitting balls, I'll have my game back in a month. It won't be that hard. But getting in shape is the hard part. Losing the weight and getting stronger. That's the part I got to work on. But getting my golf game back won't take that long. Then you got to get back into playing more and yardages, and it won't take that long. No. Open. The U.S. Open? Nice. Awesome. I have my medal somewhere, but you can't see me. So when I qualified, as a medalist, you get like a medal. It was right here. You get a medal. U.S. You can't really see it, but it's like a little USGA medal thing. Pretty cool. They take care. Now it's way better. You know. Oh, meet my shrimpies. Oh, British. Oh, wow. That was me. That was me not long ago. Look at that tan. Look at that tan. Yeah, I only do the goatee thing in the winter up here just to change your look. Because normally in the summertime, you want to look good, professional all the time. So I'm shaved and dressed nice, and you know what I mean. So I don't have hair when I'm golfing. Oh God. Do you excuse me? Do you live in England or Britain? Do you live there? Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. It's hard eating here. Hard eating and talking when you don't want to be a slob in front of people. You don't want to be a slob. You do live there. Oh, cool. Great place. Uh, my Google don't work. My phone died. I'm trying to charge it. It's crazy. It's madness, man. Madness. Yeah, the Senior British Open. Yeah, I think they're gonna have open qualifying over here, so you don't have to go over there. But yeah, try the British Opens. Absolutely. What you got to shoot a couple under par there? Yeah, but do you get snow and like 10 degrees and all that stuff? I mean, it can get cold here and gross. You know, it can get gross here. I mean, today it was like 50, which is nice, I guess. But I mean, it can be freezing. Like the other day, we had like an ice storm. Cars are sliding all over the road. It was madness. Yeah, that stinks. Yeah, let's see. It's whatever. I don't know if you have a family or and all that stuff, but I used to leave my family a lot and go travel when they were younger, and it stunk, But you had to. You had to follow the sun. I have to go to Florida to practice and play golf tournaments. Yeah, so that's what we have for the regular U.S. Open. The Senior Open's just one 18-hole round, which is pretty cool. Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. I think they take 3 players from each site, so we'll have one up here, and there'll be 85 guys. 30 of them won't show up. 30 will shoot a million, and then the other 20 you're fighting them. But now you have a lot of guys, tour pros showing up that have been playing, like a Scott Dunlap or who's the other guy? They'll or Tommy Armour. They'll just show up, trying to be the big fish in a little pond. Yeah, it's a great game, man. It really is. It really is. As much as I love other sports, this is the best. That you can do forever. You can play with your family, your kids, whoever. You know what I mean? It's just so fun. I just love practicing and training for it. Oh, nice. So, is I mean, England is the size of what, like New Jersey here? You're small, right? Or am I wrong? Are you the size of California type thing? It's not a very big place, but you produce a lot of good players, which is great, obviously. Um, and it's just yeah, me too. I love it. I just love working at it, and that's why when I'm out there doing these squats and push-ups and sit-ups, I'm doing it for golf. I'm not doing it to look, which is sad, to not look good, but be healthy type of a thing. I'm doing it for golf. Now I am though. I'm trying to be healthier. Now I'm getting older. I'm trying to be healthier too, but mostly for golf. You know, and when I practice properly, which I believe I do, I know I'm beating half the guys that don't know how to practice or don't want to practice. They hate it. I don't want to hit balls. I want to play, and that's why they don't improve because just playing all the time, you're gonna level out. You got to improve your technique and all that. Minusculely, but that's how you get better. You got to play too, obviously. You got to play, but you've got to work on it. Hit it closer now. Hit it a little further now. Had a better concentration now. You know what I mean? But people don't want to practice because they don't do it right. Your average guy. And that's what's frustrating about coaching people. Amateur, not tournament players, but club players. They come for that lesson. They give you the $100, and they expect to be great once they leave there. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? But it's a great game. Great game. And I love coaching people, and the people that want to get better too. And those are the ones that get better faster because they want to get better. Right. So the winter, if you're going to make a change and work on your game, it is harder for the average guy to let's say it's June and it's nice weather and you're going to take a lesson on Wednesday and play Thursday. I don't recommend that to the average guy because they can't handle the change. Even though the change is better, it's going to help them. They're not used to it. It's not grooved yet. They go out, they're uncomfortable. They have a shitty day because maybe they're hitting it 10 yards further, knocking it over the green. Right? Still a good shot. It just went too far. If you know what I mean. Then they shoot their bad score. Oh, that lesson sucked, and they never take a lesson again. And it really wasn't the problem. Bad planning. So now's the time to make the changes, to work on something. And then you take a tune-up lesson in the summertime. So I love having someone that I trust that can watch my game. I love going to them, and we go play a few holes, hit some balls, and I say, what does it look like? Oh, it looks awesome. All right, thank you. I'm psyched. You know what I mean? Because I work on it. I work on the same things all the time. There's no reason to change anything. You might need to tighten it up or work on something here and there, but you don't have to change it because it's the same motion. I don't change my swing. I don't. And I think even the guys, they have so much free freaking time on their hands that they just get caught up in it and have, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to work on that. When they're better off just going back to the hotel room and watching TV. And they learn that as they get older. But you go to these ranges, man, and so I have this putting mirror that I invented, right? It's on my videos. It's a little thing. It looks like a cigarette box. It's an awesome mirror. Awesome. So I was following the tour for about 4 years, peddling this and giving some putting lessons. And this guy, Bernie Garson, invented this Garson grip. So I was hanging out with him and helping him. And these guys, I mean, they just talking to, look at this, look at that. You know what I mean? They're like tinkering. It's like, what the fuck? You guys are the best on the planet. Just go home. Don't work on something. You're awesome. Go make more putts. But they have so much time in here. You're in a different city. You're there for 7 days. You got all day to do nothing. That's what they do. And they figured, any golf is good golf. With my opinion, it's not. Because I remember this one guy was out putting. Now putting's different. You're not really changing much. I don't think. And he's like, oh, what should I do about this? I go, don't worry about it. Just go home. Go get an ice cream cone. Well, I got to practice. No, you don't. You're fine. You've been here for 3 hours. You're fine. But what about, it's like, what about, sometimes less is better. But they're afraid of getting left. And the truth is, when you're at that level, you're afraid to lose your job to someone else. So if they see this guy practicing for 8 hours, I'm going to practice for 9, right? Even though it's detrimental because you're already pretty damn good and you're getting worse because now you're getting sloppy and lazy and tired, and you make one bad shot because you're tired or a bee flew by you, then you panic. Oh my God, my swing sucks. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's different. It's not like any other sport either, where you have a coach telling you, all right, practice tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We're going to work on blah, blah, blah. Golf is a fickle beast. That golf swing is, again, you get to the level of these dudes, change is not good. It's not good. And if you were prepared, you had the right coach, you wouldn't need to change anything. You know, what would Justin Thomas have to change in his golf swing? Nothing. Just show up on time. But they end up fucking with their games and trying new shit, and boom, you know, boom, it's gone. You know what I mean? It's gone. But it's easy to fall into that trap, and that's why you got to have a good coach to help you stop it. But let's go play a few holes instead, or let's blah blah blah. You know, and people just don't get it. They're so afraid to not practice. You know, they're so afraid to not practice. They feel like they're missing out. You know, and it's the same thing if you own your own business. It's like, let's say I was giving lessons one week and I took off Friday. Oh my God, I'm losing $1,500 today. You know what I mean? But you need that day off to give your brain a break. You know, life. Emphasize and practice. Yeah, you gotta. That's why I do drills. I just do tons of drills. I work on my path, work on the control of the hand, so it's either draw it or fade it. I always have the same swing path, always inside out. I aim left, I push it back to the targets when I drive, or I aimed a little to the right, I push draw it. So it's a push draw or a push fade every time. Obviously, I adjust my aim. You know what I mean? But it's the same swing path. I'm not a big fan of hit unless I have to slice one on a tree. But I'm not a big swinging path to the left guy because then you're gonna slice it or whatever. My pushes don't slice; they go plenty far enough, and they're pretty solid. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not easy to the brain is so easy to mess with. That's why, especially in golf, because you got so much time to think. You know what I mean? You got time to think. In football, hockey, tennis, you're reacting. You don't have time to think. In golf, you have time to think in the actual event itself. Never mind just practice. You know, so just practice is hard too. You know, not easy. Not easy, my friend. But hey, could be worse. What time is it? So are you a professional? Are you an amateur, a scratch player, a plus handicapper, or a, give me a little background in your career? Yeah, you don't need to practice all day every day. I mean, not one thing. Yeah, you should always be working on something. But I do drills, as you'll see. To watch my videos, I'll do the drills, or I'll putt, and I'll go hit some sand shots. Then I'll hit some long sand shots, and I'll bury some balls, and I'll hit chunk and runs for buried lies, and bury them in the rough. Create different situations. Grab a cart, go out on the holes, and hit different shots. You know what I mean? So you're plus four, good player, right? So yeah, keep. Obviously, you know what you're doing. But the short game is huge. You know, huge. That's what I tell everybody. I hit 103 footers a day. It takes 20 minutes for the average guy. It might take 25 because they probably miss more than we'd miss. But take 103 footers every day. Your stroke will just be so solid. But they won't do it. They'll do 80. But first they'll do like 80, then they'll do 60, and then say, fucking, I'm good. They don't have that discipline to make. And I try to do when I'm playing, and I haven't yet, but 300 to 400 in a row, 3 footers, and I'll move around different holes. Obviously, I use the chalk line, or I use my putting mirror, obviously, but I'm I can stand there and hit 500 in a row and make them all, and not just stop at 450 saying, "Oh, I'm good enough." You know what I mean? Because I know you got to keep doing it. So for every 500 I make, that's like two on the golf course. You know what I mean? So you don't make it. It's harder when you're playing than practicing if you weren't aware of. You know, so that's why you got to do the right motion practicing and all that stuff. And then that's when you try to help the average player, the club player. Now you obviously work hard at it and you're good and all that, but the average guy is +6. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's short game and mental training, I'm assuming, picking the right club, all that stuff, and concentration and focus. Obviously, you can hit it. You got to think properly, all that. Make sure you're not pulling that driver out on that par four. You try to drive and make that 6 every time. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, and how you're feeling that day and all that stuff. So. But it's fun. And again, I haven't played it. The last round I shot, I know it was a 74. I'll never forget it. The next day was rained out. It was a 2-day mini tour event. 74, which obviously not good, but I hit some good. It was a tight course, and I'm a long hitter. I like the free run course. I'm not a tight course guy. Hitting 3 irons off tees and shit. That's just not my. I just don't like it. Uh, but it's fun to just have that. My wife was there caddying for me. It was weird. It was like a retreat. It was up in actually Vermont, but it was like a little retreat and all that stuff. So that's the last time I played the tournament. But I'm getting that juices back. Where I can't wait to get out there. Even though I'm still in off injured reserve mode, where I'm not hitting balls yet or doing anything like that. I'm on injured reserve mode, and chopped it. What happened? You just figured it out? It's just a great game, man. It really is. Just got to get more people in here talking golf. Our friend RR senior tournaments. I love it. Maybe I'll see him out there. I think I'm gonna try the Dick's Sporting Goods Monday qualifier. There's a Cooperstown senior event. Connecticut has a good senior open one, just to get your feet wet. I'm not going to spend 10 grand on a Q school this year. Not a chance. I'm nowhere near ready. I need at least a year for that. Yeah. So where are you, my friend? Did you tell me already and I forgot? I wish there were more senior mini tour events around. There's some in the Midwest and all that, but I'm not going out there. Like I said, the Connecticut has a good it's a one tournament thing. That Cooperstown, but I just wish there was more. Oh, you're in California. Wow. Do you have any mini tours for seniors out there? Or I know the Midwest has one, I think, but there's got to be a market for it. There's got to be a tons of guys that are going to want to play in that senior event to get ready for that. Yeah, the Midwest one. Yeah, no, nothing out there. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. You would figure you could get 50 to 80 guys, guys, even if it's 45 and up to play. You would think you could find those guys because you don't want to play 20-year-olds, every day. You can occasionally, but not every day. At this point, it's good competition playing the youngsters, but not these college kids that are hitting it 400 yards and all that stuff. That's too much. It's at least want to be on your level and guys that are. I mean, these young kids are amazing. But do you guys do Twitter at all? Twitter handles. So I do it, and I'm trying to build my golf channel here, obviously. So I'll do the Twitters and the Facebooks and things like that. But Asher Tour, I've heard of that, but it's young. Yeah, they're too good, right? Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's donating. We're too old for that shit because they just beat you on distance. You know, they beat you on distance. You can hit the shots, but they're 50, 70 yards ahead of you. It's a different world. You know, distance is the thing. So on Twitter, I have a small Twitter account, but just trying to get people to come here and all that, blah blah blah. So I ask a question like every other night. I ask a question. Mostly amateurs answer and all that, but one of my questions is going to be tonight is like the Monday qualifiers. When I played, you shoot 68, you get in, blah blah blah. Now you got to shoot 63. So these guys are shooting 60, 61, 62, 63 in the Monday qualifiers, and then they go shoot 275s in the event. So I'm going to ask like Max Homer and these other dudes. Or Patrick Reed won't answer, but Phil, I know Phil a little bit. He probably won't answer because my last talk with him is he's not saying a word until he's under investigation by the Department of Justice, and he said he don't have my phone died. But last time he talked to him, text was he can't say anything. So he was going to come on here and help me grow my channel, but but why do these guys shoot those low scores and then in the tournament they shoot 275s or whatever? So I figured that'd be a good question to get out there, and because obviously they're good enough. If you can shoot 62 on a one-day qualifier, then you get in the tour event, and and I know it's a whole different ball game. I get it, I understand that, but it's just a good question. I'm going to ask the amateurs out there because that's usually who talk, follows me on Twitter and answers my questions is what they think, why, and it's all mental. There's no question about it. Now you're standing next to Tiger and Justin, when you've been playing mini tours your whole life. It absolutely is. You can shoot 61 on Monday, and then you go shoot 75 on Thursday. It's all the noggin. That's why that noggin is so overrated or underrated. What people work on, they don't work on visualization and what to think or read those books or spend time with those guys. And once they do, well, there was a local guy here, the Dana Quigley, his name was, and he's probably 70s now, but when he turned 20, he was a tour pro when he was younger, and then he was an alcoholic, and then he was a club pro. He won everything. He turned 50. He stopped drinking, and he went to Bob Rotella, and Bob Rotella just kept telling him what to think, how to think. You're the best player to ever fucking grab the golf club. Guy won 20 times, maybe not 20, 10 to 15 times, I think, on the Champions Tour. I made millions, millions, because he changed his thinking. When he's on the tour, he stunk. He changed his thinking. You change your attitude, your brain. You've got to work on that to be good. You have to. You can't look at Justin Thomas next to you, hit balls, go, oh my God, it's Justin Thomas. You can't even look at him. You got to just focus on what you're doing and just worry about you. And those guys that can do that can play. Patrick Reed, he qualified like 7 times in 1 year. I don't know how he did the events, but that's pretty fucking good. It's tough out there. You got to work on those brains, and you too, me too. We got to work on that. You got to visualize success, see that ball going down the middle, whatever it is. See that in your mind. That's why Nick Faldo was a great announcer to me because he kept bringing that up where no one else talks about it. Oh, you got to turn your hand over, or you got to aim more to the right. Blah. Where it's your brain that you need to fix, and your concentration, and just worrying about yourself. And it's not the end of the world if you missed a fairway or you 3-jack or whatever. Not easy. The brain's a tough cookie to master. The brain is a tough cookie to master, my friends, as you both know. So, hello, someone there? Yeah. So me and two shades there. We're on the different pot. So we got one in Cali, one in Boston, and one in England. That's pretty cool. And whoever else is out there was listening to us. We got the whole. We got about what 5,000 miles, 10,000 miles here. Oh, of course, yeah. It's so easy to get down. I used to have one caddy who would be We just talked about college football between every shot. You know, just focus on your shot, pick your target, boom, trust it, all that shit was great. You know, and then in between shots, we didn't even think about golf, just sports, other sports. May not have always been football, but you know what I mean. And then you get near the ball, then we start working on it. Not not the whole way walking down the fairway. I'm awesome golfer. I love golf. Golf's great. I'm a great shot. You can't. You gotta separate yourself from that. And then when you get near the ball, boom. Then you start focusing for 2 minutes. Hit it, throw it away, have fun again. Find your ball, focus. You know what I mean? That works so much better for me, anyways. I can't. I can't just focus on golf the whole time or worry about it. And if you hit a bad shot, it's probably because of thinking, Because if you can hit a ball pretty damn good, and all of a sudden you hit a shitty shot, it's most likely you weren't trusting it or you weren't committed to it. And I know that in my case. Like you got a 6 iron and it should be a 7 in your mind. Oh my God, you know what I mean? Then you baby it instead of just trusting it, and wherever it goes, it goes. And that's why having a caddy, or if you don't, you got to be your own caddy and tell yourself that. You're like, all right, I'm hitting the 6 iron the best I can. If it goes too far, it goes too fucking far. At least hit it like a man, right? Instead of babying it or sissying it up there. Be aggressive. I'd rather hit one over the green in the shit, but a good swing, than snap hook one in the bunker with a shitty sissy swing, a scared swing. But that's hard to do. That is hard to do. But I'm learning it. So I'm reading these. I'm going to have a sports psychologist on here, Steve Yellen. He wrote Fluid Motion Factor. Check those out, guys. And the second one is, I haven't read the whole second one, Simplicity. It's so good. It's so good. Fluid Motion Factor. Check them out. It really helps your golf game play better. It just lets you react and play. It just goes over what I'm saying now is you're good enough. Just swing at it. Don't worry about it. You're good enough. You got to have a decent swing to be able to think that, yes. But you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, and all of a sudden you suck. No, you know. Yeah, you got it right. Swing at it. Oh, I hate that when you quit on it and you're like, what the fuck? That's all mental, man. It's all mental. You didn't do it on purpose, obviously, but you weren't trusting it. You got to accept it, and then that's what I'm really working on too. Is wherever it goes, right? But at least I was a man. I swung at it. I didn't guide it, steer it, swung at it. And guess what? You'll probably hit it fucking pretty damn good. Because again, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. And I got a tournament tomorrow. People get nervous, they get panicked. Geez, I played great for 30 years. Or I hit the ball fine, and all of a sudden tomorrow I'm gonna suck. No. If you think that, yes. If you get in your own mental head, yeah, you might. But you gotta be a dickhead internally. You gotta walk around thinking you are the balls, man. I am the best looking one here. I'm the strongest one here. I'm the best. Whatever. I hit the ball the furthest. You gotta be that peacock to yourself. Don't talk to others like that. And just trick your brain into positive talk the whole time. Instead of going, oh my God, there's water in the first hole. Oh God, the wind's off the left. Oh fuck. Oh my God, what if I three putt every hole? You know what I mean? Not that you think that, but it can creep in your head sometimes, right? So just be in your own brain. I'm awesome. I'm great. I'm a great putter. I'm a great putter. I make everything. I'm a great putter. And say that before you go to bed at night. And just train yourself to do that. That's certainly going to help you play better golf. It can't hurt. It can't hurt you. Again, don't say it out loud. Walk down the fairway. I'm the best, right? You get one of those on the side of the noggin. Right in the noggin. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Yeah, but this is a great game, man. I love it. People, and I'm glad you guys are here. Hopefully, we can get more guys in here and we can talk more and go over more stuff and talk about our career and our goals and whatever. We got to find more golfers. If you guys know anybody, tell them where we're at here, where I'm at, and we can get a nice little thing going. Get a little community going here. You have to 2 shades. You got to, or 11 shades. I'm assuming that's 2 shades. Uh, you have to. You really do. You got to. You got to be that prick inside. That some people are on the outside. I'm not a prick, but inside you got to be. You know what I mean? That confidence. And boom. That's why you dress nice. You dress nice. This is a winter thing. I dress nice, and I don't wear shorts. I like the pants thing. I don't know why. I just like pants. I play shorts. I look down to see my ankles. I go, what the fuck is that? Now I'll practice in shorts if it's hot, of course. But competing, I want my shoes perfect and my shirt buttoned up. Oh, I have a t-shirt on now. But you know what I mean? Look nice, look the part. My bag's clean. My clubs are clean. Boom. Look the part too. You gotta look the part. You just do. I do anyway. I just play better when I'm dressed nice. I feel like $1,000,000. You know, I'm not a short. I don't like the shorts. I don't like it. It looks horrible. I saw Ernie Els with them on yesterday. I'm like, ugh, no thanks. Put on some pants, Ernie. In a pro event. At home, do whatever you want, of course. Yeah, but it is a wonderful game. Yeah, me too. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I like the white shoes too, white colorist like the saddles, and now they're like athletic shoes. Like I'm a FootJoy Titleist guy, so I have those. But like the Nikes and the TaylorMades are not TaylorMades. What are they called? Adidas. They're like athletic training shoes, and I don't know. I just like them better. What's this one? I don't really have more sneakerish shoes, more nice looking shoes. And yeah, I don't like the shorts as a professional. No. Okay, practicing that's fine, but when that first tee, they call my name. I want to look like I'm here, to play golf. I take it serious. I never had the Jordans. Like who wears those? Pat Perez and Keegan Bradley. Those are nice, but again, I've been with FootJoy Titleist for 30 years, so I never wore them. I have Jordan sneakers for hanging out in, uh, but I'm sure you keep them clean too, right? They're probably expensive, I would imagine. But those are nice shoes. I'm not saying they're not bad shoes. But it's the cleanliness of them in the because FootJoy, yeah, FootJoy's more different than Nike, obviously. Nike's more performance slash Jordan look and all that, where FootJoy's more of a like a dress shoe type thing. But they have some sneaker models and all that stuff. Oh, the classics. Oh yeah, I remember back in the day with the metal spikes and the leather. So I remember I used to kick myself in the ankle with those leather heels. Oh, that would kill. Those were classic, yeah, with the saddles and just nice looking. You just look nice, you look nice. But again, I had a pair of not Nikes, but Adidas shoes. They were nice. I didn't mind. But there's too much going on. I don't like that either. So a very simple dude, like to just plain. You know what I mean? My golf ball, not a lot of shit on it. My putter, not a lot of shit on it. My shafts, excuse me, everything just nice and plain. Yeah, the FootJoys were those were back in the day. Now they're wicked expensive. I don't know how people afford them. Well, not they can afford them, obviously, but again, they're dress shoes and they're nice. They're classic. You can wear them to the bar too if you had to. But I do miss the metal spikes though, huh? You guys miss those? That sound? That was awesome. Oh, do I miss that? I was at the I don't know, it's a Deutsche Bank a couple years ago, and McElroy had him on. He had his Nikes, but he had metal spikes in them. And it was like, I loved it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it, my friends. The computer's acting up. But just bring it back. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Sevi was cool. Yeah, that one with that bird or something. Wasn't it like a yellow bird or an eagle or something that Sevi had? I forget the name of it, but it was like a yellow thing. And Norman wore it for a while too, I think. Again, I'm a Titleist FootJoy guy. All my clothes are FootJoy and everything's FootJoy. Pants, socks, belts, glove. Well, I wear either Titleist or FootJoy glove. I have both. FootJoy rain gear, FootJoy umbrella, hats. Everything's FootJoy time. Everything. Yeah, it had a. I thought it had some bird on it, like a yellow. Looked like a bird flying, but yeah, he was classic. He was. I never met Sevi. He was awesome to watch golf. He just looked like he'd get out there and smash it, and I'll find it and figure it out. Mizuno, ooh, nice. Mizuno's not very big over here. It's weird, huh? It's not very big over here. I mean, it's Callaway, not Callaway. Well, yeah, Callaway, Titleist, TaylorMade are the biggest ones. Then you got your Srixons, Clevelands, and those aren't as popular. It's mostly Titleist, TaylorMade are probably the top two. Callaway's made a big difference. I mean, they just started off, what, 25 years ago with the seniors mostly. Senior events. They all had Callaway stuff, all the senior players, and then it slowly trickled down to the regular tour. Mizuno great golf clubs, no doubt. Their woods are garbage, but their irons and because they I don't know about it anymore, but they were one of the only companies that had their own foundry that made their own clubs, whereas everyone all the rest of them was shipped out, made in China somewhere, and then sent back. And they type in Titleist or whatever. But FootJoy had their own. They made their own clubs, which is it's expensive. That's why they're so freaking expensive. But you got the right things, and Mizuno's are nice. Where's my? Let me show you this club. So back in the day, this is like the '80s. I I'm gonna try something here. Back in the '80s, I was at a club, Jupiter Island Club in Florida. Jupiter Hills was one of the two of them. Um, and one of the big shots of Wilson Sporting Goods was a member. And I forget the clubs. I was young. I was 19 or 20, just turned professional, and I don't even know what I had for clubs. I don't remember. I didn't have a deal with anybody, so I don't even know what I had. So the guy saw me. We played, and I played pretty good. And the guy liked me. He's a good dude. I mean, a big shot in Wilson Sports, right? To golf, big shots. So he sent me Wilson FG17s, bags, everything possible under the sun, right? Everything possible. Travel bags, hats, gloves. It was awesome. So I used those for a couple of years, and then they didn't pay me, but he gave me all the stuff. So then, back in like 1888 or 90, Titleist was going to give me a deal, but Titleist had shitty irons, right? They had shitty irons. So I loved my Wilsons, and they're like, "Well, you got to use our irons, or we can make a set." So basically, I have one of them right here. The rest of them. So basically, it was this. This is a Wilson FG17, right? Not. I don't know if you can see that. Titleist. So they basically just copied it. It says Titleist, it's a 1-iron, but Titleist. They basically just copied it, made it a little bit different, stamped Titleist on the bottom, so I still had my Wilsons. This is when Titleist had shitty irons. Uh, so I have this whole set upstairs, but that's my Titleist 1-iron. Why can't the camera see that? Can you see it? So yeah, so back in the day, a lot of companies did that. When they didn't have, they just made custom clubs for it. But they still do to some degree. The clubs aren't the same that you buy on the rack, obviously. The woods, most guys don't have the shaft that goes in. They glue them in and all that stuff. But yeah, so I still have the set upstairs. It's awesome. And that's what they did back in the day. And then eventually they started making real clubs, Titleist, and then I just been with them since 1990 or 1991. That should be holding the New England mini tour event trophy. I don't know. I just put these different ones on there. That's going. I don't know what event that is, but 10th hole, blah blah blah. It's fun to remember all that stuff. I use this one with my bag in the background. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Oh shit! I missed a bunch. Yeah, wedges are nice. I'm a hokey guy, obviously, but the only thing I don't, not all of them, but the Scotty Camerons, I just don't like them. Please don't shoot me down and kill me there, Scotty, and or Titleist if you're listening. I have a bunch, but they just don't feel great off the face for me. I just the ones that I've used, and I don't. I mean, I was using an Odyssey putter, loved it, and I've been using lately a TaylorMade Spider. Because I only have to use 13 irons, 13 clubs for Titleist. I can have any choice of my own, except the driver. So obviously it's the putter, or a hybrid, or a 3-wood or something. Um, but for the Camerons, I don't know. I just don't putt good for them. And it's a mental thing. Who knows what it is? But for some reason, a bigger mallet head fits my stroke and the way I putt. So I'm not going to be that guy that's going to try to be cool and say, "Oh, I'm going to use it," even though it sucks. You know those people, right? They just get the cool equipment because it's cool, but they can't use it, but they still use it. Makes no sense. So that's my story. Who else is out there? Say hello. We're trying to get a group here. We could. This is like our therapy group, golf therapy group. We can meet every Wednesday at 4. And again, I don't know when to come on and do this too. So I'm trying to find more golfers, obviously. So I'm glad you two guys are here. I want to find more people too. But I don't know when golfers are on YouTube. So I try to go afternoon and weekends and nights or early in the morning. I don't know when people are doing. Is it that high? Wow, yeah. Yeah, for some reason it just put that. I do. It's weird. That TaylorMade, not Taylor. Yeah, TaylorMade. Is that what it is? Spider? Oh, it's over there. But I instantly putted good with it. Just took that one from the rep. Instantly. I didn't say order me one. I took the one that I was using with him. I don't care if it was used a little bit from demos, so I didn't give a shit. I said, that's what I'm taking. Well, do you want me to order one? No, I want that one. Because you're going to order it, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different, heavier, lighter. You know what I mean? I want that one. They'll come? You think so? Yeah, thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I got to do more live stuff too, you know. And then once I can start playing, swinging better again, I'll do some awesome videos to help the average dude out with just simple little tips and drills to help them all. But this is great having two guys that can play golf too in here. Everyone's welcome, obviously. I don't care what they shoot. But it is, I don't know if you guys have channels or pages, whatever you call, but it's hard to get people. It really is. So I started like July 4th, I think. And I'm doing okay. I get 2,500 subscribers and it's going good. But it's hard to get people to watch your stuff, and it's hard to get people to come live and subscribe. It's not easy because Twitter has what 200 million people, right? But out of that, how many are golf? 10 million? Not even, right? And then there's other golf pros doing this. You're competing with them, but they're the ones who push you out to everybody. So if they don't promote me, unless you type my name in or search, the average guy doesn't even know I'm doing this, so they won't find me. It's weird. So it's up to YouTube to do it, to promote you. Whereas on Twitter, I can go type your name in and find you and go, hey, what's up, man? Follow me. You can't do it on this. Golfers Anonymous, yeah. GA, we're in GA. After a tournament, we got to have like an emergency meeting. Oh my God, I three putted 3 times today. Help me. Because it's still going to happen, right? I don't care who you are or what you say. Even though some of those videos with my mirror, I say never 3-putt again. That's obviously hyperbole. But it's going to happen, obviously. 4-putt. You're going to 4-putt. You're going to hit a ball out of bounds. You're gonna do all types of weird shit. But it's how you rebound from it. I saw the other day some guy in a Corn Ferry Tour qualifier, I think, made a 15 and then a 2. That's pretty good. He had a 15, and then the next hole he stuck it to like 3 feet and made it 2. 15 and a par 4. Hit like 6 in the water or something. But some guys make a 15, then they run in and quit, or they make a 10. They get so pissed off. So, yep, never give up. Perseverance. Just keep fighting. Hit every shot like it's the last one you're ever going to hit. Whether you made a 10 or a 2 in the last hole, right? It's not easy though. That's the problem. It's not easy. That's why it's good to have someone on your side to help remind you. Someone you can trust and count on. Who else is out there? Say hello. Golfers Anonymous meeting. You guys are anonymous, kind of, because you're not see your face. I'm the moderator. Former. It's like at AA, right? The guy was a former alcoholic, right? So I'm a former. Well, I'm still a golfer, I guess. You know what I mean. See if I could do. So I use a shitty computer too. Probably I don't sound very well. So I'm working on getting a better one. They're expensive. They're like $2,000. My kids have 2. I bought them the gaming computer. That's like $4,000. And all this other shit, microphones, and it's a lot of money. So I wasn't going to invest in it until I started doing better, which I am doing better. So I wasn't going to put down a lot of money on investing in this until I figured out if I could actually make money doing it. You know what I mean? And make it a small business here, which it's working on. So I will have better equipment, camera, better microphone, better computer where I can start showing more videos and lessons on there and stuff like that. And I'm working on golf architecture holes too. Like what's a redan, what's a punch bowl, dog leg. Obviously we know what that is, but some people don't, you know. False fronts and certain bunkers and things like that. Just old architecture stuff and old golf swings. But this computer is old, not old, but it's not a gaming computer, so it's slow. So it wouldn't work for that right now. That's why I don't show a lot of videos or anything. So if I try to show pictures right now, which I'm going to do, it'll probably get really slow. But based on my computer, it says I have a lot of space and all that on there. So I don't know much about computers, but I don't know why showing people pictures would make it slower. I just don't know. Almost time for me to go, my friends. I got about 10 more minutes, and then I gotta go watch some hockey with the wife and do some things. But yeah, anytime I'm on, obviously pop in, say hello, and ask me anything or any comments, anything I could do to help you, or anything I could do better, or video you want me to do, or critique someone's swing, or send me your swing, and I'll do that, or whatever. Um, yeah, and to tell your friends if you get buddies that want to get involved. Seriously, that'll help me obviously, but obviously if like I said, if I can help you guys in any way, let me know. Damn it! See, I don't even know how to get a picture from freaking my computer. I see the pictures. They're in this cloud thing. And I click on it, and they just don't even show up. No match. I see the fucking picture. It's right there. I hate computers. If I haven't told you that already. All right, so here's my mirror. My mirror. If you haven't seen it, it's the only video I know that may work here. So basically, it's just a mirror on an angle. So you're looking down. It lines up your putter square to the mirror. Keeps you the same distance from the ball every time. Yeah, anytime, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, you're always welcome to be back. Or my email's my name, Tom Gillis at PGA.com. If you have any questions, ask me. Or like I said, always pop in. You go to the Sharks? Oh, I'm not going. I'm the Bruins, Boston Bruins. Dude, they're kicking ass. So I live like 8 miles from the. They're in New York tonight though, so I can't go. But I'm friends with a lot of the older Bruins: Ray Bork, Reggie Lemelin, and Bobby Orr, Tim Thomas. There's more of them. Bork is a good friend. I play a lot of golf with him. But big hockey fans here. Big hockey fans here. That's funny. All right, guys. Why don't we say bye now? You go enjoy the game. Uh, Two Shades. I'll call you Two Shades and 413. Awesome, guys. Thanks. I'll probably shoot on tomorrow afternoon or something too. But thanks again. I appreciate y'all being here. Um, that was fun talking golf with people that golf. Anyone else that's out there, thank you for being here. And I will see you guys down the road. All right. Awesome.